And welcome back, everybody, for some quarterfinal matchups from this 2022 United States National Snooker Championship, live from Ox Billiards here in Seattle, Washington. David Burney here is with you, and I'll be joined by Mike Dominguez in the booth for some great commentary. Our featured match will be CC Yoo against Raymond Fung. Actually, this is a rematch from last year's U.S. Nationals. The two met in the quarterfinals, and Raymond was victorious over CC. So this might be the year of revenge for CC, as he's told me he's vowed revenge on Max Guan, as Max defeated him in the BC Open. So we'll see if CC can have sweet revenge on Raymond. But Raymond, a tough competitor, is hopefully going to stop that from happening. And live action will be coming up very shortly. We're glad you're tuning in.
Yeah, these two are good friends. And after the match last year, they hugged each other. Ray was in tears. And very emotional. These two players fight hard. And they are really good friends, hanging out all the time when they are visiting each other's cities. Ray was very excited to have the Nationals here in Seattle. He's a big proponent of having Ox be the host. He also works closely with the USSA. So might be in for a good barn burner here.
Yeah, we're in that stage of the tournament where it's a best of 7 race to 4 frames here. And know that there will be a mid-session interval at the 4-frame break. If we still got action, players are allowed a 5-minute break to come back. But who knows? There could be a whitewash, but with these two combatants, I don't think that's likely. So handshakes are had, and here we go. CC Yoo ready to break off in frame 1. We're glad you're all tuning in, however you find us, whether it be Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch TV. Search out Ox Billiards. You'll find all the great snooker action here. We're getting down to the thin of it, that's for sure. 10 o'clock Pacific Daylight Time tomorrow is when we'll have the semifinals are scheduled. And 3 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time is when the finals will be scheduled. But sometimes, matches can run a little long, so hopefully that is the scheduled date, and hopefully we can keep up with that. But right now we've got quarterfinals to deal with, and we'll do our best to try and keep you updated on the 3 other tables where we have matches going. But if you need any up-to-date information, take a look at cloudsnooker.com. They've got a live scoring tab that connects right to the tables. So as the players punch in their scores, you'll be able to see all the results in real time. If you have any comments or questions on the stream, feel free to reach out to us. And let us know where you're tuning in from. We've got a good contingency of fans out there. As we've heard, we've reached New Zealand, Australia, Minnesota, Detroit, the UK. Is there a gentleman from Romania might have tuned in? Our good friend in the Carolinas down there. Germany is represented by Snooker 155, and our good friend Diana Schuler has tuned in. She did a great job last week at the World Women's Snooker US Open. CC does a nice job of that cross double right there, although he did raise his hand as he acknowledged it was a fluke. But we're just getting started. Nashville, can't forget about you out there in Nashville.
Music City. Nashville is. Any good music clubs in your area, Zia? Live music? I hear it's a great place for that. I hear. Everybody hears.
Everybody hears, but do people listen? That's the big difference.
Deep Thoughts by David Burney.
Both players just kind of feeling the table out. Both were in quarterfinal or round of 16 matches earlier, so both have kind of warmed up, but we had a little bit of a hour or so layover before we came onto the quarterfinals, so probably both these players used it wisely just to kind of rest up, as this one could go to the distance, but time will tell. Both competitors really fierce, and it's a shame one of these after this match has to go home. So I think either one of these players could hoist the Tom Collins Trophy tomorrow night.
Zia in the Facebook chat says, yeah, downtown, all live music. Sounds cool to just be downtown, go into any club and have live music. Similar experience here in Seattle, although they're not all in one place, so you do have to use rags like the stranger to tell you where all the live music is.
Yeah, I always enjoyed that Petula Clark song, Downtown, Downtown.
Well, CC trying to get a head start on this frame and misses the red in the corner. May have left a red ball to the left corner. At least Ray's studying it.
Yeah, if you can stun this red in, he's got the pink into the side pocket. Although we've noticed all tournament long that these side pockets are very tough. Oh, maybe. Seen a little stun draw. Did not put that pink in there. So he's got a bit of work to do. There's some reds down there that are nicely opened up, so the brown down in the top end of the table doesn't have as many obstacles. Oh, didn't get the blue and cannoned into the green, so fortunate for him he did make the blue. He's left it a long ways away for CC. But safety, easy safety here probably for CC. Just clip off the reds, come back into bulk off a couple cushions.
So Raymond is the 2 seed and CC is the 4 seed. The 1 seed is knocked out by Ramil, as we saw. And the 3 seed of Jaya has been knocked out by Stephen Wong. You guys caught the tail end of that. So a few giant killers in this Nationals over here at Ox.
So I guess if some of these seeded players, well, one of these gentlemen is going to be moving on. Is that going to help their seeding? I'm not sure about the whole ranking points.
No clue.
Okay.
Now that Ajaya is out of the tournament, we'll try to find time to get him in here in the booth and answer all the questions.
Or our friends can go online and search out the United States Snooker Association's webpage. It's a great resource for all news related to snooker in the US of A. So you'll find about these upcoming tournaments and great events that are just all snooker related in America.
Well then, 2 long pots attempted by CC. Looks like he left something over the corner pocket.
Does look like it. There's a lot, it's the first frame, so it definitely seems a lot more free flowing. Tongue twister right there. As we've seen before, the round robins were best of 3. The first round of the knockout phase was best of 5s. So they're not as tense at the beginning, but obviously as the match progresses, that tightness will get a little tighter.
Can thin the red on the right, or do a double here and play safe.
Wow.
Hey, that's pretty safe.
It's pretty solid too. Sometimes it's dangerous hitting it with that much pace because it has to be straight on accurate.
Pabsa in the Facebook chat says good luck to all the quarterfinalists.
You could be right, John. I just don't have the entire stats in front of me. But yeah, it would be interesting to see if any competitor has gone completely undefeated, had a clean sheet, I guess, maybe, as they would say in soccer.
Or rackless in pool.
Reckless? Is pool reckless?
Rackless.
So, John has done some research. And it seems like Dharma and Jackie are the only ones that have one scar on them.
John is our statistician. Thank you, John.
Yeah, he tunes in all the way from South Carolina. We've been talking a lot about states since we're in America. And correct me if I'm wrong, John, is South Carolina the birth of aviation? Or is that North Carolina?
I don't know. I know it was Wilbur and somebody.
How does a Canadian know more about American history and Americana than Americans I'm sitting beside?
Orville and Wilbur.
Those were the Wright brothers.
I wonder if Facebook was around back then. They'd be like, they only flew like 15 feet. What's the big deal? This table is looking to be kind to whoever pots the first red. Yeah, the pink's out in the open. The black looks like it at least goes into the right corner pocket. Maybe the left.
Blue's quite a sitter, so yeah, it's just a chance for Raymond here. Both players have been able to get some reds in. The only problem is they haven't been able to connect with the colors, but there we go. We got some nice history lessons on the Carolinas from John. Yeah, with CC hailing from the Pacific Northwest, I've been able to see a lot of him. So I'm from the area up here. But I haven't seen a lot of Raymond, but definitely like what I see. He's very still in the shot and just comes through quite nicely.
Yeah, Raymond knows what to do on these tables. We were talking about some shot selections last night when we were watching Stephen Wong win his match. Looks like Prathamesh is in the house.
I just wonder if that black will go to the top left corner pocket. I think it passes the red. He's definitely playing for it. Oh, guess it doesn't go. He's opting for the pink into the side. No. This is an opportunity to CC to get it going. Yeah, there was some pace to get up and down the table. Sometimes just taking a small little break and then running and hiding.
So at the start of the next frame, we'll get Prathamesh here in the booth.
Could be quite costly there for CC. It's really opened things up. The one savior is that black's on the top cushion and the pink has gone up into the bulk area.
He likes that black ball on the cushion, possibly. I think he's too far for that thin cut on the brown ball. There's an element of safety if he does go for the brown ball and misses. As long as it's near the bulk. It's coming. Oh, that's too close to the ball. It's in the pocket.
Yeah, that black's always a little bit of trouble along the top cushion. It really needs a lot of care, and if it doesn't drop, you're really opening it up for your opponent. So I think the smart move there by Raymond, taking on the brown.
Forceful.
It's just unfortunate that his cue ball found the bottom of the pocket.
Not sure why he hit it so hard. Possibly was committing to the pot, wanted the cue ball to come back down. Chuck Jones in the YouTube chat need a John Virgo sound effect. I'm not sure I know what you're talking about. Is that line patented there, David Burney?
Copyrighted through and through. Snooker we don't steal.
No.
We come up with our own, so CC just needed that cue ball to run on a little bit more. He would have been on that top red of the two by the black spot. Now is he going to go risk a very tricky long plant?
He's playing much looser in this match than the previous one.
Maybe cutting this one into the corner. This is thin. was tricky, but played it with an element of safe. Got a good cue ball up there into bulk.
I don't think he has an angle here for the black ball if he goes for the red to the right. But he can hit the top cushion and go up for the blue.
Wow, great long pot there by Raymond.
Ran into the
Fortunately, he's
back.
pushed a couple of reds to the left cushion. So, still anybody's frame here. The first one of a best of 7.
Yeah, that brown ball has come to his rescue. This might run into the black ball. Nice side there. Black ball is in the way if he's looking at that red, the top cushion. But I don't know if it's blocking.
Yeah, it's tough to see from our vantage point. Yeah, it looks like he's not, doesn't have the interest in it. Looking more to the open red in the middle of the table and put this into the left middle pocket.
With a table like this, it's tough for CC to get going. Raymond has to take advantage, extend his lead. Now it's very tough.
Yeah, we could be in for a little bit of a safety battle here. He's pushed that red out. It's long, but definitely potable into the yellow pocket there for Raymond. Red actually just might be blocking the potting angle.
Does he see the pink? Blue is on, obviously.
And more often than not, you want to have the short shots. I think has a little bit of danger going from one side of the table to the other. If he misses it, there's a lot of reds that were going to be left on.
Ooh, just past it.
6.
Just past the yellow ball, that is.
Yeah, he's got this red to the yellow pocket. It's a promising beginning here for Ray.
Nice kick.
It's just tough to see if that red goes by the pink into the yellow pocket. No, CC just electing to be safe. product shot there of those Littman lights. They're fantastic lights that they're using here in Ox. Really, they don't even look like they're on when you're walking by them. Underneath the table, they illuminate the table tremendously well.
Feels like, and the score tells it, feels like CC has not gotten comfortable in this match yet. There's only one red left.
Wow, great shot there by Ray.
Amazing.
It's a nice little blue, maybe a little small, little stun run through. Just get the blue into the green pocket and roll up 1 or 2 inches just so it's away from the blue, and you've got an angle for the yellow. As we've seen more often than not, a lot of these matches, a lot of these frames come down to the colors.
Chuck Jones commenting on Ray making some fantastic long pots on the YouTube chat. Would have helped CC if that yellow ball knocked the black ball off the cushion.
Yeah, 21 in it and 27 on the table. CC's going to need them all.
Send the yellow ball like 3 cushions possibly down towards the black. Not sure he has a double on. We'll find out. Oh no.
Just trying to get the snooker and just struggling for a bit of form. CC is right here. Ray kind of kicking himself. He really wanted the snooker there.
Ray, the highest seed left. Is this the season where the high seeds get all knocked out? Or is Ray gonna go to the finals and win it all?
Yeah, he's still got a long way to go.
Absolutely. Yep.
Got 13 more frames he needs to win to achieve victory.
He's looking good in this one.
Yeah, I don't think CC will be coming back to the table after this brown goes down. Oh. It's 26 in it, 22 on. CC just needs 1 4-point snooker. And the rest of the balls to force a black ball respot in our first frame of this quarterfinal match.
Got to be careful with the in off here. It's going to hit that brown ball Oh no. You gotta hit that dead in the face. Anything other than that will result in what happened.
He needs 2 snookers and all the balls for the black ball respot, so this brown should seal the deal in this first frame for Raymond Fung. Yeah, you definitely have been seeing a lot more free flowing action. As in a best of 7, these early frames, these players are really kind of going for a lot more. But I think as the match grows longer, they'll start tightening up. They won't be taking on as many long pots. They'll be looking more for safety when they're out of position and more playing their high percentage of shots and not taking on those low percentage shots. So Raymond Fung takes that first frame 52-13. We'll step aside for a brief moment and be right back with frame 2 action. And welcome back to frame 2 action. A little unfortunate there for Raymond. He goes in off on the break, but sometimes that's the best foul you can make. As I'm joined in from our special guests, Prathamesh. What's your last name, Prathamesh? Sawant. Thank you. I know I met you back at the Seattle Open. Thanks for coming into the booth, providing your great insight as a player. So who are you feeling for this match?
Yeah, I think for this one, until the game, I saw some matches on the stream, and I thought CC was playing better, but he's struggling in the first frame. I think Raymond's been the better player in the first frame. I saw specific things with CC, especially having seen him play before as well. I think he's missing a lot of shots thick, which is a general indication that he's playing a little tentative. So hopefully, if he gets past that, I think overall, I think he's been one of the better players in the tournament.
Sure, you do see in that the first frame, there's a lot of free flowing, and they're maybe taking on a lot more shots than they would later on in the match.
Yeah. I think this is an important break for CC. Should be a red to the green pocket. Nice shot. Really good on the black. I think the next one should be black. The red below the black with a little bit of draw. Looks like he's playing with follow to the opposite pocket though.
Yes, CC, the reigning Seattle Open champion. He's in his home city here, wanting to do well.
Oh, changed his mind. Nice start from CC in the second frame. He definitely needed this. I think both of those reds above the black go. Excellent shot with a little bit of reverse side. I think this is a decent break on. He's got a couple of reds open. I think 4 reds open if he can make the other 2. So anywhere between a 40 and a 50 break on right now.
And that's just going to increase his confidence greatly after suffering defeat in that first frame.
Yeah, and I think especially in you can start off tentative in a best of 7, and you still have time to catch up. I think as long as he gets over this, I think this break should give him a lot of confidence for the remaining match.
Just looked like the black ball wasn't directly on the spot. as the opponent is in charge of respotting the colors for the opponent, the player at the table.
Nicely on the red again. I was wondering if he would decide to go into the pack, but he just played on the loose red.
You always have to have a trace of luck when you go into the pack. You know, you can play the right shot and it can be excellence or be heartbreaking.
Totally. Fell short on this one though. The black will go to the corner pocket, but it's an extremely difficult one to take on. And he would go into the pack, and should he miss it, it'll leave all the reds open. We might decide to play safe here. He's got a comfortable lead.
Yeah, frame 2, he's playing a little aggressive. Come frame 6 or 7, I'm pretty sure he would have probably played safe into bulk. Ooh.
Played the double. I did not expect that.
Oh, nice break of 31. Let's see how Raymond can respond. I think he's just going to glance off the reds. Let's see if he can get behind a bulk color up here.
CC will probably just play the red closest to the black, glance off it, and somewhere between the brown and somewhere behind the brown and the green. This is just going to be a few exchanges of safeties until one of them makes a mistake now. This looks good.
So, Prathamesh, how come we're not seeing you in this tournament?
Well, I don't meet the eligibility criteria for this one.
Okay.
I moved to America about 2 years ago, so don't have my citizenship yet.
Okay. Well, the president of the USSA is in the building. Maybe we'll have to have a little talk with him.
Yeah, I did speak to him, and he explained, I think, the reasons for not allowing that. It's a strange one from a player's perspective, but I get it that it's enforced by the IBSF, which is the governing body. So Raymond, I think, played a good safety that induced the mistake from CC. This is a half chance. He'll probably play back for the balk colors or the blue.
Just a little short on pace. That blue is looking very appetizing to get behind for a snooker.
Yep, it's in a really good spot. If someone can get behind it, I think there are some foul points to get. Especially, I think, are we going for unlimited in this one or the next round?
I think in the semi-finals is when the unlimited rule comes into play, because that's when we'll have referees on both tables for the semi-finals. So without the referee in these quarterfinal matches, it's still the 3 attempts and 2 putbacks.
Interesting. That rule really changes the dynamic of the game. I think someone with a strong safety game can compete a lot better with the aggressive players.
Mm-hmm.
Good safety by CC here. What he's done is he's gone to the yellow side and cut off any opportunity to play safe from both sides. Basically, he can't glance off of either side to get back to the balk. Raymond's gonna have to get creative now. He's trying to look at the red on the right hand side, is if he can just flick off it and then get back near the blue, but that might not be on.
Maintaining safety there. Tyler in the chat is wondering what day is the final. The final will be tomorrow on Championship Monday, and it's scheduled for 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Pacific Daylight Time, my apologies. We're still in that. We haven't changed the clocks just yet. That'll come up a little later in the autumn season. So,
do you think he's left one red on to the center? The one of the reds near the pink?
Could be, the second one from below the pink.
Yeah.
But he opted for the higher one closer to the pink ball. It's going to be nice to get the blue back on its spot here. Since you have an angle to come back down for the blue. He does.
CC is making a good comeback here.
He's got the angle on the yellow.
Good pace on this one.
Yes, definitely.
Played on an option of 2 reds. I think he's got one. Can't say for sure if he has the right angle to go off of 2 cushions for the black in the bottom right. But he's probably going to play follow and a choice of black or pink.
That to run a bit more.
Who do you think, David, is the favorite now in the tournament with the defending champion out?
Oh, it's tough to say. Either of these players at the table right now, either Raymond or CC, have a good chance. Romil, definitely that took out the defending champ. You got to say that's a strong contender. I do like the style of Dharma. He looks pretty strong. But you can't discredit all the players. They're all in the quarterfinals. Jackie we saw in the very first match of the tournament on the stream. He was playing the defending champion, Akmal Ali, and he really was a great potter there. There was a little kink in his armor as he wasn't the greatest safety player or getting out of snooker. So I know talking to Ali after that match, I was mentioning it to him and he said he was trying to exploit that weakness. So
that was close.
True.
He went extremely hard on the center pocket. I think it was played a little harder than needed for that one.
Unfortunate enough, that's red has come to CC's savior right there. blocking the path for the cut for this thread that's just dangling over the left middle pocket. But it's tough to say. There's so many great competitors now, like getting into the quarterfinals. Depends on who has a good sleep tonight as well. If you're getting into the semifinals, you want to get some good rest because it's going to be a long day tomorrow.
Yeah, that's going to be a factor too. I think, especially when you have two matches on the same day. In the semifinals, it makes a huge difference where one player has a 4-0, 4-1 victory versus someone who goes to 4-3, like a decider frame, plays all the 7 frames, tough frames, and then come back for the finals. So all of those things will matter.
Yeah, so we'll have to see how it plays out. Definitely, if one semifinalist gets into the final with as you say, 4-0, 4-1 lead, obviously they're going to be cheering strong for a decider all the way down to the final black, maybe black ball respot, just trying to get it as long as possible. Because as much as it's physically draining, it's also emotionally draining, those nail-biting, deciding matches.
Yeah, and I don't think it's very, very often that any of these players get to play a lot of best of 9 matches or even best of 7. I think most of the tournaments have best of 5s or best of 3s.
True, with being an amateur tournament is always tough. You're always a race against time, as a lot of us have jobs that we need to have to pay the bills and all that stuff. So, and we have a great amount of, we're looking for more, obviously, but volunteers behind the scenes putting in a lot of time. Christian Youngers has done fantastic work with just all this technical gadgetry, just giving great pictures for all our audience and making us sound very crystal clear. We have got a lot of great feedback on the stream about our stream. So, yeah, hopefully someday down the way, there will be maybe a little bit of a cash flow coming in. And then we can really make these tournaments a lot longer and really build the drama, as we see more often than not on the pro circuit when they're doing their best of 19s, or even as the World Championship Finals, a best of 35 over 2 days.
Yeah, and I think at Ox Billiards, most of the tournaments that Mike does, they are longer races than what you would expect anywhere else. So even the weekly tournaments that we play have a finals of best of 7 or a minimum of best of 5. So out here, I think it's all the tournaments are designed keeping the players in mind.
I think all of our players just have to be really excited that people are wanting to push this great game of snooker, and Mike's done one fantastic job. You guys are really spoiled here in the city of Seattle. Tongue twister there. These tables are just A1. No one's had a complaint. They maybe have complained a little bit that these pockets are tight, but
looks like this is frame ball. CC.
Yep.
Very comfortable position here. I think 2 red safe and on frame ball. Having said that, he just opened up one of them. It's going to be a tough one for Raymond to come back here. One of the reds is safe, another one in the balk, and he needs all blacks to tie and force a respotted black.
Yeah, a little swing of the arm there by Raymond. Wanted that to get up table a little bit more so he could have a better angle on this black. Be away from the cushion because these are always tricky shots.
And that's probably going to be the end of frame. And it is.
Is it? Yes, it is. Okay, yes, Raymond did a little swirl there, so he's conceded that frame. So CC Yoo takes the second frame, gets back in the match. They both have one on the board. That's always important, getting your first frame. And we'll be right back with frame 3 after this. And we're back here with frame 3 between CC Yoo and Raymond Fung. So CC didn't look too great in that first frame, but he battled back in the second one. So still anybody's match here. Ooh. Could be a costly mistake there. See if sorry.
Looks like Raymond got a little lucky. He could have left something easier. I think he still has the red closest to the cue ball. I think that still goes, but there's nothing easy. Should be a draw shot for the blue.
Oh, it's played for the black. It is on to that same pocket, so.
Yeah, this was a good choice. I think if the black goes, he makes the black. I think he's gonna have an opportunity for a really big break. He played it with an element of safety to block the pocket. I'm not sure if that's happened. Yeah, I think from the other camera angle we can see that yes, it is safe. The blacks covered the pocket. He has one to the left center though.
These side pockets, they've just not accepted a lot of balls all weekend long.
Yeah, everyone's struggling with the center pockets for sure. When I started playing here, I felt they were ridiculously small. It takes some time to get adjusted. I think the mistake that can happen is trying to play slow and having a false sense of security that just because I'm playing it slow, it'll accept it. Mm-hmm. It does accept a little better, but you need to be extremely accurate. Especially on that angle from the pink spot to the center pocket, I prefer a firm shot and just be a lot more accurate because of what the nap does to in different angles.
A bit more pace on that shot. I'm joined by Prathamesh Sawant.
Yep, that's close enough.
Close enough? Come on. Oh, I appreciate you.
CC missed a really good opportunity there. Mm-hmm. I think the shot on the black fell short for position. And I think he's left Raymond in. Raymond's been kind of shut out in the second frame, so it'll be interesting to see how he makes his comeback here. This one's going to be a safety behind the yellow.
Be very careful with it. Just a nice little touch. Could have been better, could have been worse.
Yeah, these are signs of a player feeling a little bit of pressure.
Yeah, CC has seemed to be excelling quite well at the long pot, and he's left this red the bottom of the left side of the table.
I can't say if he's left the red closest to the cue wall, but he could have left something easier. Our technical director switching views just so we can get a better view of whether that ball is on. I don't think Raymond's going to go for it though.
Looks like he's taking this red on, but it does have an element of safety. It's going to kick up table.
Raymond's definitely feeling the pressure. I think the last two shots, I think he missed this one very badly, and the one before that was a sign of pressure because it was really close to the yellow, and he played it way harder than what he would have normally played it as.
So amazing what this game has with momentum, as we saw with CC. Ooh, it's a tough miss there. But CC just didn't seem like he was in the match that first frame, but came back in the second, and now it's Raymond who's just fluttering a little bit.
Yeah, very interesting how you're only with yourself on the table, but how your opponent plays affects the way you play too. I think CC's big break and how he came back in the second frame has definitely affected Raymond. But I think he's missed a trick here of not punishing Raymond when he made that mistake. This was an opportunity for a decent break.
Definitely would have been a confidence builder if that shot with the rest had gone in, but Raymond did have an element of safety with it.
CC is going to go for this one in the bottom right pocket. Should be a shot to nothing even if he misses it. Needs a good cannon on the green, and he's got it. Yeah, we're right behind the green in the commentary booth. I don't think he has a good angle on the green though. He's going to have to generate a lot of cue power if he plays the green, or it's just going to be a safety.
Yeah, I think from our vantage point it looks pretty straight on.
Yep. I think the only way he gets to the reds is if he plays this with extreme bottom and right hand side. Probably not the right shot at this stage of the match. And looks like he's got the cover on almost all the reds.
Yeah, just saw that lone red on the right side of the table by the right cushion. I think it's the only one that you can see, and maybe you can clip off the left side, come off the top cushion, come back into bulk, but it does run a risk of coming back into that red when he comes off the top cushion. So
yeah, the safety is not easy now. I think he might have to just find a red to roll up to. Very slow, but even that won't be easy. This looks spacey.
What if he's just trying to tempt him into something here? Oh, this is a tricky shot here for CC. If he's taking that red on, and if he misses it, it could be catastrophic. Oh, but hit it with some pace, allowing him to get up the table.
Yeah, that was a good decision by CC. This was not an easy shot, and I think at this stage of the match, he wants to make sure that he's in prime position before he takes those on. Both players are struggling a little bit after the series of events in this frame.
Yeah, in these longer form matches, obviously a little free flowing in the early stages, and now they're starting to clam up a little bit, possibly. It is only the third frame in a best of sevens.
CC playing a containing safety. I think he's going to find himself behind the brown or close to the green.
That's not what Raymond wanted there. He wanted to get on the other side of that brown, not a full-faced cannon.
You can't see an easy safety here. Although he hit the brown, I think what's happened is he's covered the right-hand side as we look at it. So he can't brush off any part of the right side of the bunch. He might try to just follow it close to the black or to the left of the black. Chose the aggressive option. And he's going to leave this one. Good chance for Raymond to get back in the frame. Has any of these players previously won the Nationals?
Raymond might have.
Oh, that was a bad miss.
True, I do know last year that Raymond defeated CC, actually whitewashed him, so CC is definitely looking for revenge here.
Yeah, and I think this is where CC could take the frame. Perfect opportunity. Needs to be on the black. I think it's just made it.
Yeah, there's a good 6 balls, red balls that is, that are quite open here at the top end of the table that CC could take with the black.
The black's going to be tied up though after he makes this one. It looks like it'll be tied up. Thankfully he's got the red to the yellow pocket to recover. I think he's going to have to play a lot of blues in this break. Landed just in between. I don't think he has any reds to the corner pocket. It's a tough one to the center pocket. And it doesn't offer any position either. So probably just a safety here. CC with a solid break of 14. I think gives him a lead of 27 points in frame number 3. Getting back to that discussion, David, you think Raymond might have won it previously?
I think he might have, yeah. I know our friends at the USSA are looking on in the stream. Maybe they have the archives in front of them and they can let us know. But, knowing CC, because I live up in Vancouver in Canada and see CC a lot at our events, I'm pretty sure someone would have mentioned to me that he was a U.S. national champion. But there's no time like the present. Looks like Callan is saying, yes, Raymond has won the title before. And Dave Daly as well has chimed in about that. Thank you very much, gentlemen. So Raymond might have a little advantage there as he knows what he needs to do to take the title. Whereas CC might be charting into unknown territory. The strange part when you're early on in the game and you're starting to make your big breaks, it gets a little nerve-wracking because you're charting into the unknown.
Exactly. Raymond really needed that one. Didn't find the best of positions. He's going to need to come up with another good shot for this red in the center pocket. Will likely be the blue. He could decide to play for the pink in the center as well, but I don't think he'll go for that. Wrong side of the blue. Probably just gonna hold the cue ball back for the red.
True, it's a long red. Just don't think the black passes that red to the...
It does not.
Right, no, yeah.
He might not even take this on, or he'll have to go, I think, with a lot of follow or bottom for the blue. Is the pink on?
Just looks like that red is covering it up.
Our technical director changing cameras quickly, and we can see that it's not on. Confirmation.
But a great blue to recover. Fortunately,
this has been a break with such great shot making. I think he's missed position slightly on every object ball, but he's made difficult pots under pressure.
True, but I think sooner or later that will catch up with you. You can't make amazing pots all the time. You do want to be getting in plumb position.
And I think it has. I think he's left this one for CC. Might be a slight swerve, but he should be able to get to this one. I think it's straightforward. Needs a good bump on the blue. Hasn't got it. He will still go for this if it goes in the corner. Looks like he's playing the green, and that's a good choice. He could leave the cue ball on the cushion behind the brown.
you got a good cue ball there. Tight to the ball cushion. Can only see the top of that cue ball for Ray. Has to take some care with this. Doesn't want to put unwanted siding, which is always a problem with this shot.
This looks good if it stops. Just edged out. This should open up the black. They're all there for Raymond. I think both players now need one good red and they can make, I think, a frame-winning break from here.
That yellow didn't come to Raymond's rescue.
There we can see confirmation. He's left the red. I think CC can win the frame from here. And as I said that, I think he's not come far enough for the pink.
Welcome to the commentary. There's always that curse.
I didn't sign up for any curses. This kind of shot is actually CC's specialty. He plays the follow shots much better than most of the players, at least in Washington. I've seen him play these shots off of the green and the brown as green or the yellow as recovery shots and getting in prime position near the black. It's a shot he relies on a lot. Looks like Raymond's going for this. Not an easy shot though. Can't see where the color's gonna come from after this either. Looks like this frame is not making it easy for either player. CC can make this red, but I think he can just drop it in for the pink to the left center. But at this stage, nothing, there are no guarantees.
Yes.
I tried to counter the curse here, but CC still missed it.
I think, Darren, if you can check out cloudsnooker.com, you should be able to see all the results as there's live scoring on that website. There's a link there, as the players do have scoreboards that they punch in at their table, and that directly talks to the cloudsnooker.com website. So feel free to tune into there. But I'm just getting word from our technical director. Unfortunately, that website is just down. There's a little hiccup over there. So if I see anything from Ramil's match, I'll definitely pass it along. Just hearing that Ramil is actually able to take that first frame. So he leads 1-0, and they're looking like, I think they're into the colors on the second frame. So but right here we have a 1-1 tie between CC Yoo and Raymond Fung.
Raymond's made a couple of good colors and caught up to CC. He in fact leads by 1 and will likely go for this red in the bottom right. He's going to try to miss the cannon, but he might hit the black anyway. Controlled it really well. I think he can drop the pink in for the red. But even with perfect position on that red is not a guarantee. The center pockets keep troubling all the players. Looks like we have a slight change in the scores. Is Raymond down by 6?
Oh, very nice cut there by Raymond. So, our technical director, Christian Younger's just popped out just to make sure. Because unfortunately, the live scoring app on the website is down. So he's just taking a look to see what the score is on the player's side, and he'll be updating that for us. So we should get the right score very quickly here. So that is correct. 35-32 for Raymond over CC.
Raymond's got the snooker here, but it's an easy one to get out of. CC will try to clip the yellow on the top side as we see it. And he hit it face on.
Oh, what side pockets. They look very inviting.
That was extremely lucky for CC.
I think it's going to be a battle on this green ball with 1 point in it and 25 on. And really only the green ball safe. All the other color balls are out in the open.
Looks like he's going to leave the green for CC. This is a good opportunity. I can't see if the brown goes to the top right pocket as we see it. The way he's played it, I think it goes.
True, it looks like it just passes.
CC will need the pink for this frame.
Yeah, it's been quite a seesaw frame here. Always important, these odd numbered frames. It's gonna, will be up by a frame.
He wanted that to roll just probably another 2 or 3 inches and it would have been perfect. But he's still a favorite to make this one.
CC just needing the pink. Raymond needing pink and black.
Probably a roll up to the bottom cushion. Both players playing aggressive, and I think he might have left this one for CC. It's not easy, but it should go to the center.
Yeah, it's just below the center, so it's not the thinnest of cut. It can be a little bit thicker, but take some care in this, CC, and you will have a 2-1 advantage. Very nicely done there, and there's a concession there by Raymond. So CC takes that third frame. He leads 2 frames to 1, and we'll be right back with frame 4. Stand by, everybody. And we're back here on frame 4 between CC Yoo and Raymond Fung. Just at the climax of this frame, we will be entering the mid-session interval, so a 5-minute break will happen. So let's see if CC can continue the train going. And I have the great distinction joining me in the booth here. We have USSSA President Ajaya Pradhakar. How are you doing?
Hi, doing good, Dave. It's the USSA, the United States Snooker Association.
Did I add an extra S?
You did. I was trying to figure out what that additional S is, but yeah.
Yeah. So how are you enjoying your time in Seattle here?
Oh, it's been phenomenal. I think the venue is just outstanding. I think it's one of the best venues we've had. Honestly, I think Mike and Jamie and everyone else, Christian, you, Dave. I think you guys have done a phenomenal job, and all the players have had a great time. And also, feel that it's been really well run. So I think so far it's been awesome.
Great to hear.
And the city itself is obviously awesome, and the food's good. So I guess there's nothing to complain about.
Great. Where do you hail from?
I'm from San Jose.
Okay.
I'm from the Bay Area.
Okay, so it's just up the road actually for you.
Oh yeah,
not too far.
Yeah. Not too far. Not too far. I can swim here as well, just like you could.
Although I think I'm going downstream, you might be coming upstream.
Exactly. Oh, that's a safety shot that I think it was a little bit out of control, but still safe.
So how long have you been president of the USSA?
I've been president since I think it was 2007 or 2008, something like that. We run the organization very flat. There's no bureaucracy, so me being president, doesn't mean too much.
Okay. Don't sell yourself short. Come on.
Hopefully. But yeah, we're kind of trying to promote the game in the U.S. And I think it's been progressing pretty well, like over the years. From having no championships, I guess like 15 years ago. We've been consistently having the nationals, and other tour stops and tour events. So I think snooker is in good shape in the U.S.
Great. It's great to hear. How long has the organization been up and running?
Oh, that's actually very interesting. It's actually been in existence since 1987.
Okay.
So a pretty long time. There is actually a legend in the U.S. snooker sport called Tom Collins, who unfortunately passed away a couple of years ago. He kind of kick-started snooker in the U.S. There was a person called Michael Collins who actually started the organization, kind of, got the organization kind of off the ground, and it's been in existence ever since then.
Great. Yeah, it's really good to see more of these events coming up in the U.S. and having Muhammad Ali playing over at the Crucible Theater in Sheffield. That's great news for snooker in America.
Yes, it was a big landmark for us. And I think the U.S. players have been consistently kind of doing well in the international sports. There was a release of the rankings in the IBSF, the country rankings, and we were actually 22nd, surprisingly 2 spots ahead of Scotland.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well.
So I think the players have been doing their part.
Or maybe we need to bring up the WPBSA and get back a World Cup event or something like that, because that will just show how global this sport is.
Exactly. Yeah, we are working closely with all the world organizations. The WPBSA have been very supportive. I mean, like Jason Ferguson has been really, really supportive of our organization, and also the amateur organization, the IBSF. So we've had very good support from the world organizations.
And so this is probably like the marquee event in America for snooker, right? This U.S. Nationals. Do you have other little tournaments throughout the country?
We do. I think obviously this is the highlight just because the winner and runner-up get to participate in the World Amateur event. But we do have other tournaments, and in fact, we're going to have something called as the U.S. Open. I know a lot of players are kind of disappointed that this event is kind of restricted to citizens of the United States. But we are going to have a lot more events that is open to everyone.
Great. How are our junior programs coming along? Obviously, we need the grassroots there. We need to get the youngsters into it.
That's a great point, Dave. That's in fact my focus at the moment. I want to try and get as many youngsters going and kind of make sure that in about 10 years, in a decade, we have like a world champion. That would be really good.
Would be amazing.
Yes.
I think if young Americans could see that one of their own can hoist the trophy over there in Sheffield, they'll be inspired to pick up a cue.
Absolutely. That was a tough blue that Ray took on.
So how did you stumble across this wild and crazy game of snooker?
I am actually from India, and I am from a city called Bangalore in India.
Okay.
And I used to play a lot of other sports, like I used to play table tennis and badminton and tennis. And a friend of mine had a bet with me that he could beat me in more sports than I could. and essentially, so we played tennis and badminton, and unfortunately he lost most of the other sports, and then he told me, oh, but I can beat you in billiards and snooker. And I told him that's kind of unfair because I've never played the game.
Okay.
And he basically told me, okay, I'm going to give you 3 months. And essentially I started playing the game and absolutely totally fell in love with it, and I was addicted to the game kind of ever since.
Fantastic. Yeah, India, the birthplace of snooker. Yeah.
It is, I think, a place called Jabalpur in India was where snooker was invented.
Yep, 147 years ago.
Is that right? I didn't know that.
1875.
Oh, that's
special year we have here in snooker.
Absolutely. Wow. That's fantastic.
I was surprised when I was over at the World Championships this year. Not many people were talking about that.
Right.
I don't. Maybe they didn't know that it was the 147th year, or there's like, yeah.
You should have reminded them.
Yeah, it's definitely nice to see. We've seen a lot of people tune in on the stream, and a lot of Americans are piping in, and I've noticed a lot more clubs are popping up because people are telling me there's stuff in Arizona, there's in Nashville. It's just a great sight to see.
Absolutely. And, it's kind of fantastic that, that there are hubs of snooker in the United States. I mean, obviously, I think California and like Seattle now and New York, I think there's huge amount of snooker that's actually being played. I think a lot of people don't know that, but there are a lot of snooker being played in these kind of 3 hubs. But it's fantastic to see other states and spots kind of having clubs and the game kind of slowly improving as well. Is he going to finish on a color here? Yeah, it's kind of an extremely tough black and a tough pink as well.
Yeah, if he takes that pink to the yellow pocket and misses, he's going to leave a good opportunity for CC. So trying the thin black here into the top left corner pocket.
Oh, it's a good shot. I think he's a bit unfortunate to have skimmed off the reds and finished on the cushion.
So where can people find you if an American wants to start up, say, a snooker club or just get involved? Where do they reach you?
Yeah, we have a website called snookerusa.com. We are also on Facebook and Twitter and like all the social media as well. There's obviously contact information on snookerusa.com. And if you're a player in the middle of nowhere and have no access to snooker and you want to find where you can kind of play in tournaments and get involved, please contact us. We are really looking forward to involving more players.
Wow,
that was a phenomenal shot.
Yeah, we've had a few people on the stream, some people in Michigan and Minnesota, and they're saying there's not many tables around. There's a few, but they would like access to more.
Right. I think I would encourage people to start clubs with even like one table. Because that's kind of what we did in San Jose. I had a table at home and my partner had a table in his office, and we just basically started a club with 2 tables. And we would have been happy to have like 10 players, show up, and kind of lo and behold, we had over 100 members within a year and a half, and now I think it's over 300 members and growing. So I would say, if you start even with one or two tables, there's such a big immigrant population as well, and you'll find players pretty easily, I think.
Sure, it's amazing how much you find. As I, came down from Vancouver up in Canada, and was walking back to the hotel the other night, and dressed in my suits, and someone was like, "What are you all dressed up for?" And I said, "Oh, I'm just commentating on a snooker event." They're like, "Really? I know that game. That's pretty cool."
Right.
So it just kind of takes that thing to mention to people, and then they start getting wonder again and interested.
Absolutely.
Yeah, very interesting tournament. We're not going to see a repeat champion this year, so there's going to be a new champion.
Actually, Ray Fung has won it before, so it could still be a repeat champion. So but he's the only one left, and this is actually a fairly good opportunity. I think he has a decent angle on the green to come back towards the reds.
Yes, I've been informed that actually Ray whitewashed CC last year at the New York Athletic Club at the U.S. Nationals.
Yes. Oh, wow. That was a tough mess. Yeah, CC is actually like he's a phenomenal player, and he's had the potential to kind of win the event for many, many years now. Hopefully one of these days he'll kind of fulfill his dream. So how's snooker up in Vancouver, Dave?
It's nice long pot there.
A phenomenal pot.
It's coming around, like as we had a rich history. Obviously, we had a lot of players go overseas and play on the actual professional tour, and then it just kind of disappeared. I think it was shown on the television a lot, and that's what you need. You need a visual of what this game is about, because I don't know, snooker sounds like a dirty party trick sometimes. And you mention it to someone, but when you actually show it, you can see how beautiful this game is. And so we're rebounding. We've got some good organizations, some good clubs starting up, and you're seeing a lot more people. I remember when I first started playing a bit at this one club, Top 147, run by Jonathan Sun, that was here and there. There was some few league matches and stuff. And now just with myself jumping in and starting organizing more and more tournaments, I walk into his room and all the snooker tables are full. And all the 8-ball tables are rather empty.
That's great to hear. Sorry, all the 8-ball fans, but I'm kind of biased towards snooker.
Likewise. So I think it's just like here in America, it's baby steps. We're trying to get back to where we were. I think you guys are just trying to grow and get onto the scene.
Exactly.
But like anything, I think we just need passionate people behind the scenes and stuff like that, just all doing their little bits, whether they're commentating, whether putting all these great pictures together with the technical stream, scorekeepers, referees, tournament directors, all, there's people, we're all going to be players, obviously, we know that, but it also takes some great people behind the scenes to keep things going along.
Absolutely, totally agree. I mean, great job, Christian, with the streaming. It's just been phenomenal. And Dave, with the commenting, I've heard only good things.
Oh, thank you very much, and thanks for that $50. I much appreciate that. I'll spend that wisely.
I didn't give him any $50. Yeah, this is a pretty good safety here. I'm not sure if you can see the edge of the outermost red on the bottom cushion there. Oh wow, yeah, that's a bad mistake, but I think he kind of got away a little bit.
True, the one saving grace, and I know you were playing in this tournament, so you might agree with this next statement, but these side pockets are really tough.
Oh yeah, they are. I mean, yeah, it's quite challenging. I mean, especially if the angles are a little acute, it's very challenging to pocket them on these tables.
But I like how you're talking about, you're planting the seeds and you're not wanting that quick fix. You know it's going to take time. It's not, tomorrow where boom, the boom's going to happen. Plant the seed, keep watering it, and eventually it's going to grow into a nice flower.
Exactly. And I think, it has to be done from the grassroots level. And we need more people to open clubs, have access to tables. People need to have access to tables, so more and more tables needs to be installed all over the US. And I think there is no getting around that. It's just a must, and it's like you said, it's not an overnight fix. We need to keep working at it. Fortunately, the entire snooker community here, they're very supportive, and they want to see the game grow as well. And they are doing a great job in spreading the word, if you will.
And I know sometimes people do talk about real estate because these are big tables and they take up a lot of room. But here in America and up in Canada, there's a lot of space up there. So.
That's true. And unfortunately, just like you said, I think rent and also, kind of having to hire people has been an issue. But if that's the only stopping block to people opening clubs, please contact us. We have automation software which can basically run the entire club, just with automation software. And we actually run our club in San Jose, that way. And, basically you don't really need to hire employees, if you can't afford it, and you can run everything in a totally automated fashion.
I've kind of heard about these as kind of just like a pass or something like that, kind of membership base. Is that kind of the idea?
No, actually. Let me give you like a 2-minute overview.
That's what we're here for.
Basically, there are iPads on each of the tables. Mm-hmm. And there is like an access code to the door. And basically members can walk in, log into their account on the iPad, and basically the light comes on and essentially their time starts. And essentially once they're done, they can log out and the light goes off, and basically they're automatically charged. And they can walk out. And also, we also have scheduling. For example, members can schedule tables using our software. Clubs can, if they have products that they want to sell, we have a product page where, the club owners can advertise their products and members can buy their products and so forth. So it's everything is like automated. like the entire club management is automated.
Wow.
So you literally, it's the easiest way to run the club. So if anyone wants to open a club, and we can set them up in 5 minutes.
Great. Wonderful.
I'm exaggerating 5 minutes there, but probably an hour. I'm serious. I think I can set up someone in an hour.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's the name of this lovely club in San Jose?
It's called California Snooker Academy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Great.
Huh.
Yeah, I think we're slowly getting away. I think more, a lot of the older people that did know of snooker back in Canada in the heyday when we had the players. At that time, a lot of these places were filled with smoke, shady characters at every corner.
Correct.
And now we're kind of turning the culture around where it's a family-friendly environment.
Right.
Parents don't feel that bad of dropping off their kids because it's a safe environment, and they're learning lots of great things that'll be useful in life.
Exactly. And, our club is like that. I mean, there's no music. There is no alcohol. And it's for the snooker purists, if you will. So yeah, it's absolutely kid friendly, and we are hoping to see a lot of kids there, to be honest.
That's what we need, but
that's exactly what we need.
Kids always look up to people, so we do need those idols as well. So
exactly.
This tournament has showed there's a lot of good talent here in America.
Yeah. Absolutely, and we have a lot of good stars in the field here. Along with CC and Ray and Ali and
Rumiel's Academy down in Arizona, is that kind of set up like yours in San Jose?
It's kind of partially set up like that, and it's a phenomenal club as well. Really, I visited the club, and it's really nice.
Great.
There's also a club in Los Angeles, called the Embassy Club, which is in I think it's in Pasadena. I could be wrong, but I think it's in the Pasadena. It's actually in San Gabriel.
Okay.
And that has 9 snooker tables. Wow. And it's a phenomenal place. So we are looking forward to having events there as well. So there's a lot of potential venues in the West Coast, which is easy for me to travel. So.
Likewise. That's always the tricky part. We're in the balancing act stages here where everyone is doing it for the labor of love, and it's always that challenge of time with these tournaments.
Exactly.
So hopefully we can get to a day where, there's clubs like 9 tables. That's going to make a tournament. You could have a lot of entries there.
Absolutely. And just like you said, I think, time constraint is the biggest problem. Even for this event, for example, we were kind of oversubscribed, and we couldn't take additional entries. We had to disappoint quite a few people, and tell them that you can't play because we were kind of full up, and it's because we have to run the event in 4 days. Else, people can't take time off and things like that. And unfortunately, we don't have that many full-time snooker players. Like some of the other countries, and people still have to work and deal with their families and things like that. So that's one constraint for us.
True. Yeah, I hosted the BC Open last year,
right?
And CC was actually a finalist up there, but I was in the same point. I had a waiting list. I capped it at 32,
right?
And had players waiting to get in. So that's good to see.
It's great to see, but it would have been better if we could accommodate all of them.
True.
So if anyone wants to open a club with 40 tables, I think we'll be all set.
I think way back in the day in the great city of Chicago, there once was 80 rooms
80 rooms?
80 rooms in the city, and I'm not sure exactly how many tables were in each room, but you can only imagine
Right.
a room at least is going to have 4 tables minimum.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Actually, when I said 40, I think it's. I wasn't fully kind of joking there, because I think in San Francisco, if I'm not mistaken, weren't there rooms with 20 snooker tables like back in the 70s?
I think so.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So.
So this frame is still up for grabs. Definitely a big one, but we will be taking the mid-session interval at the conclusion of this frame. 5-minute break. It's, an important one for each player. CC would love to take a 3-1 advantage, but Ray does want to get back in it and hopefully put a 2-2 scoreline on the board.
Yeah, I think a 3-1 in a best of 7 would be quite a commanding lead. CC and Ray are really good friends as well, so I'm sure it's extra difficult for them to kind of play each other.
Yeah, you gotta block that out. You gotta have that killer instinct. But both players will know that they're, playing to win. There's no ill will. They're still great friends off the table. But hey, we have a job to do. We need to just beat each other senselessly.
Absolutely. Yeah, this tournament is played with such good spirit. After all the matches are done, all the players go out and have a meal together and kind of hang out. And in fact, that makes the event so much more special.
Yeah, we definitely in this game of snooker, we really pride ourselves on great sportsmanship.
Absolutely.
Have you been to Zia's Club out in Nashville?
No.
Sounds like they have a snooker academy out there.
No, I haven't. I hadn't even heard that there was an academy in Nashville. So that's good.
Wow. Got a smacking of applause from the crowd here. We're at Ox Billiards in Seattle, Washington. If you're in the area, come and pay us a visit. Admission is free and the drinks are cool here, so can't beat that on a Labor Day weekend.
Oh, that was a tough miss on the black for CC. Oh, that's a great safety shot. He's snookered CC on the yellow. I think he has a fairly straightforward escape, like a one cushion escape.
Ooh.
I'm sure he's going to be put back.
So, Sargon on the stream, Ajaya tells us that you have a great singing voice.
Sargon's joking. He's a good friend of mine. He's actually a 3-time nationals winner. Sargon, we miss you out here. you should have been participating as well. And I'm gonna take that up with you when I get out of here. Yeah, he's a great player, and it's actually unfortunate that he hasn't been able to play in the last couple of years. He would definitely be in contention to kind of win the event.
Yeah, it looks like the National Snooker Academy has 1 star tournament table. So, as you said, it only starts with 1 and it can grow from there.
Yeah, absolutely. I think once you get started, you can kind of have a pulse on how the business is going to be and expand based on that. Yeah, looking forward, Sargan. He says he's going to be here next year, so I'm going to hold you to it.
So there's that's a free ball. We'll just see if CC puts them back. So do you have any plans for referee certification programs, table mechanic programs, coaching with the USSA?
Actually, as a part of PAPSA, which is the Pan American Billiards and Snooker Association, we do have a referees program. It's actually run by Kevin, from Canada. He runs the Canadian.
Kevin Fitzpatrick?
Yes, exactly. And the coaching program is actually run by Cliff Thorburn from Canada for PAPSA. He's the director of coaching. Okay. And we are putting together coaching programs. We actually had a coaching for coaches program that was actually run by the WPBSA for the Pan American Billiards and Snooker Association. Okay. And in fact, Mike and Dave Daly, Mike Dominguez and Dave Daly from Ox Billiard attended it as well. And they're actually certified WPBSA coaches now.
Wow.
So yeah, we are kind of expanding that program. We want many more coaches. And again, like you were saying before, it's all about that reach. With coaching and facilities. I think if we get those two right, we could have a lot more budding players in Pan America, really. And talking about that, we're going to have the Pan American Championships in Toronto.
Okay, great.
From October 22nd through the 30th.
Perfect.
And it's going to be the seniors first and then the open. Hopefully people, from the Pan American region can come and participate in that.
Yeah, it seems like I think there was a lot of momentum in North America for snooker about 3 years ago. And then boom, that nasty little pandemic came and hit us.
Exactly. We were making, great strides, but to be honest, I think we're still, on course to have a lot more tournaments by next year. So yeah, even though we did have a couple of years of, like a little bit of a tough time the last couple of years, hopefully we can bounce back big.
Yeah, it's interesting. It also could be a blessing in disguise because when we had the World Women's Snooker US Open here last weekend, I was talking with Mary Talbot, who comes to us from Britain, and I just noted, reading up on her bio and stuff like that, she was heavy into the scene in the early 2000s and then took a 20-year gap, and I chatted a little bit with her. I'm like, well, did family or something like that? She's like, no, I just kind of put the cue down. And then the pandemic hit, and she kind of just remembered of the game of snooker and just picked it up and just back into it and enjoying every minute.
Right. I mean, I think table sports, had a little bit of a, but of course, I think a lot of places were closed during the pandemic, which probably I think people wanted to come out and play, but there was no access really.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully sooner than later we can get this great game into the Olympics. I think that would be great global exposure.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that'll really, change things for us, with respect to funding, and, we'll have access to a lot more, kind of money, which is kind of important to grow the game. I wonder if, I thought Ray may attempt a double green there, but I think there wasn't much value because he couldn't have finished on the brown.
Yeah, like so many matches we've seen, it always comes down to the colors. High drama.
Exciting.
He's got the snooker there. I think people are asking about that tournament you were saying in Toronto for the seniors. The age is 40? Is that?
It is 40.
Okay,
correct.
That's for the seniors, and then open is any age.
Any age.
Great.
And the open is it's open to women as well.
Oh,
wow, that was very unlucky. And this is a frame Ray really needs. But we had one a woman participate last year in the Pan American Championships, and we are really hoping that Frances from Ox Billiards, who's a great player. I mean, I think she played exceptionally well in the nationals here. We are hoping that she will start participating in more national and international events.
True. Also, I was hoping maybe you get a chance to meet young Frances Du. She's a 13-year-old player that plays out of here at Ox.
Wow.
Marissa. My apologies. Thank you, Christian. Marissa Du, young 13-year-old. She played in the women's event last weekend, but unfortunately being 13 and we're in Labor Day weekend, she's got a plan for school.
Oh, that's tough. She has her priorities wrong. Snooker comes first and then school. No. No. I was just joking there.
So Ray does need a snooker here with 21 points in it, and there's 18 on the table.
I'm kind of surprised he didn't go for the pot there, since it would have been kind of like the nail on the coffin.
Yeah, because that pink over there is just in a nice spot for snookers. It's just off the rail.
Exactly. And yeah, he could be in trouble right here. Right here. Sometimes one decision like that could really change the complexion of the match.
Yep, got the snooker he needed. Now that pink is in a tough spot to pot.
Exactly. I think it's going to be hard to get on the pink as well. I mean, he's going to have to play a deep screw from the side cushion to get on the pink, or maybe even off 2 cushions. That's a great shot. Hopefully it doesn't go enough in the center, but wow.
Yeah. Fantastic. Blew into these tough middle pockets. He's given himself every chance to tie it up 2-2 going into the mid-session interval.
I think he may not want to do any heroics here and just pot the pink at a reasonable pace and attempt a thin cut on the black.
Lots of pressure on this shot. If he makes it, CC's going to have to live with this defeat for the next 5 minutes. Ray's probably not going to want the mid-session interval.
Exactly.
Wants to continue to play on. Here we go.
Oh, wow. That is a great comeback. That's a great comeback.
So big fist pump there by Ray. Jay, it's been a pleasure talking with you.
Absolutely pleasure, Dave.
Great to hear all the great things you're doing with Snooker in the US. You can reach him and the whole team at snookerusa.com. And keep up the great work.
Great. Thanks a lot, Dave. And I really appreciate what you're doing.
Thank you very much. We'll step aside for a 5-minute break, everybody, and we'll be right back with a best of 3 now in this race to 4 frames. Take care, everybody. And we're back, frame 5, about to commence here with CC Yoo breaking off. Hopefully he can shake off that last frame. Had a little bit of time to think about it in the mid-session interval. So definitely he seemed very in control of that 4th frame, looking to take a 3-1 advantage into the interval. But Ray's found some form, fought back hard. And now we're in a best of 3. As the winner needs 2 more frames to the good. It's David Burney here, and I'm joined by Prathamesh Sawat. If I'm pronouncing that right, I know he's probably going to take me out in the parking lot a little later if I mispronounce it. But Prathamesh, how are you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
You're getting better at the pronunciation.
Thank you. I'm doing my best. It's tough when you're thrown on the spot here, and I might put you on the spot and try and spell my last name Burney, and let's see how you do with that.
Burney?
You looked at my business card, didn't you?
I did not. I was hoping it's not something like NIE at the end.
Neither am I. But now we're really enjoying you, the booth. You're providing some great insight from a player's perspective. I know people on the stream are really enjoying your color commentary. Your analyst is great, so keep up the good work.
Thanks. I'm glad that they're enjoying it. This is my first time doing this. I think I tried it a couple of days ago with Christian on the night shift, and this is my second stint. Looks like an interesting match now. It's poised to be really tough, and I think it might go down to the wire. First mistake.
Yeah, big frame here. Whoever takes this one is one frame away from moving on to the semifinals, but it's always tough getting that last frame.
Nicely played with the cannon on the blue, but he's on the wrong side. He's gonna have to come up with a shot here to get back to the reds. And this will tell us if he's playing conservative or going for it. Well, we know he's gonna go for it now. Fell short though. I think he's gonna have to play a safe now. So I didn't listen to the last bit of commentary. How was it with Ajay in the booth? I'm sure there was a lot of engagement.
Yes, it was very good. We were watching the match a little bit, but it was good chatting with him. We were able to get the viewers informed of what the USSA is doing, how they're trying to promote the game, what you can do to get a club going in your neck of the woods. So I think people, hopefully, all you can in the stream can let us know. But I think it was a great job having him in the booth. Always good to talk to the president, get his kind of feedback. He was really happy with his time in Seattle. He just lives down the way in San Jose, and he's got a good academy. Interesting how he was talking about how some of these things are set up. The one that he has is completely all automated, so you don't even need employees. It kind of works on a membership kind of basis. They have an access code, and then they punch in into the iPad that's close to the table. The lights pop on, and then they've obviously committed a credit card, so automatic payments happen there. So an interesting concept, and it could be the wave of the future.
Yeah, completely self-serve. I'm going to have to go back and listen to that commentary stint again. This is a good opportunity for CC. Right in amongst it. The black is only available to one pocket. Might have pulled it back too much. The pink is always on though. This is a surprising shot selection, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe that last frame just took a little sting out of his step. But CC's a great fighter. Just seen him a lot playing over the years. He's looked impressive as he did in the Seattle Open, not having a blemish. Didn't lose a frame, but up in the BC Open, came out strong to a 2-0 lead over Max Guan. Then unfortunately, Max turned things around and won 3 on the trot. But CC hung in there, won the next, the fourth was a decider, and then it went all the way down to a pink ball. So
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to play. I think in the previous shot, the pink was on. That's a shot that CC will take on almost against any player most of the times. But the important thing is, if you are not feeling it in the match in a particular time, you should still just play what you're comfortable with. I mean, although the pink seemed like it was on a shot that he would go for, if he's not feeling comfortable, I think playing the other ball is the right way to go.
Just a result, Dharma Namnani, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Sorry, Dharma, it's the first time I've met you. He whitewashed his opponent 4-0, so he's moving on to the semifinals. And he's done it early, so he can get a good night's sleep, some well rest. And Ramil and Steven are still doing battle. I think they're in... Yeah, if I can take a look up at the screen. 2-1 for Ramil. And Arif is up 2-1 as well over Jackie. So those matches actually will be going to the mid-session interval pretty soon. We've done that, and so it's now just a race to the finish line and see who can cross there. Great shot there by CC. Element of safety.
Yep, element of safety, but it went in. Hasn't landed great on the colors though. Another shot where I think the way he plays this will tell us how good he's feeling about himself, if he's queuing well or not. He might just try to make it and then play safe, or he can pull it back completely.
Yeah, that's the name of the game, Yo. You can't really win this game when you're sitting in your chair, so CC just staying at the table. See what he can do.
Yeah, and I think at this level, both of them, CC's been a runner-up. Raymond's won the finals. I think if they for sure are aiming to win the tournament, they're gonna go for aggressive shots.
Just like
they
that
might
one.
play safeties a lot more in 1 or 2 frames, but that's not gonna get it done to win the tournament.
Sure, that was a great rest shot there by CC. Yeah, 2 great players. This could even be a final on its own.
For sure. That is such a good shot. I think it might not seem much, but the amount of control and the touch required for that shot is... It needs an incredibly good touch.
Sometimes that's the tricky part of telling the new viewer or the new player, you know, aren't you supposed to pop balls? You know, there's pockets here. The balls need to go in there. But a great safety shot is just as good, almost sometimes better than potting a ball.
I think when someone's not played snooker, and especially in these rules, which are the foul and a miss rule, trying to just roll it up to a color, it's always a mistake that the players make once or twice before learning. There are times when you would just not reach the ball and you yourself get into that snooker. Mm-hmm. And it's a horrible position to be in, but it's not as easy, it seems, rolling up to those balls, especially at the distance that CC did it on. When it's close up, it's easier, but from a longer distance, it's way harder than it seems.
Yeah, you've got 6 pockets to put a ball in. Sometimes you just have that one ball to put your cue ball behind for a snooker, so it's called snooker, not pot balls.
Yep. He's on the blue here. It's not easy, but you would favor CC to make it. Can play on a variety of reds. Might decide to go into the bunch or the ones near the black. Another unsuccessful attempt in the center pocket.
pacey shot there. Need to pull up almost another 16 inches.
Yeah, does it look like he's on anything now? Does the pink go?
It might go into that right middle pocket, but, like we say about these middle pockets,
It does. Excellent shot by CC. These are the frames, especially when it's 2-2, where I think under the pressure, it's okay to play a couple of colors, play safe, and try to build a big lead. The game changes a lot when one player is leading. I think he might have got him here.
yeah, tough to tell.
Up the way Raymond's looking at it, I think he can make the red.
Yeah, a little bit of distance there. Well, he's freed up the black to one pocket, but unfortunately, he didn't free up to the pocket he wanted it to go to, as that red blocks the path to the top right corner pocket.
It was a good shot. Deserved to be slightly better on a color. It's just gonna have to be a safety now. Interesting shot selection there. I think he was trying to play safe, but it didn't come off as he wanted to.
How are you feeling as a player? You're getting later into the tournament. Does your mind get a little cloudy and the shot selection gets a little poorer, or?
I think later in the tournament matters less than how you're feeling in the match, especially during these long matches. When you're playing well and the opponent isn't, there's a lot less pressure. But when you know the opponent's playing well, if he's making big breaks, a lot of your shots change.
Mm-hmm.
And when you start caring more about playing with an element of safety or not, and that affects your game too. I think especially in something like a quarterfinal, that won't affect it as much. And you could see it, right? In the second frame, CC made that, I think a 30 break or a 40 break. And it changed the way Raymond was playing. And it's been back and forth.
Smart shot there. Didn't want to force the issue and just come up with a great snooker there. This one red by the left cushion just might be available to be hit. Just an update from the Jackie Wee and Arif Mahmood match. They're tied 2-2. We're experiencing some technical difficulties with the cloudsnooker.com website. That's been our great resource for all updated scoring. Hopefully we can fix out those bugs, get it fixed shortly. And any doubt, hopefully it will be up and running tomorrow. However, we'll only have 3 matches, 2 semifinals and 1 final.
CC going for the long red. Excellent shot. He was always going into those reds and had to rely on a little bit of luck. But he's landed okay on the brown.
Surprised he didn't even look at the blue. Just really got down right for this brown.
Yeah, that could be that he's either looked at it and then decided to go on the brown because the brown was easier. But a lot of the times what can happen is it's hard in the game to identify that the blue is not on the spot. You assume that the blue is on the spot and it's not the shot to play, but the blue is off it and was an easier shot. So could have been either. When the blue is close to the spot but still not on it, your mind kind of tells you it's in the spot. That's not a shot I can take on. So, could have been either. This looks good. It's tight. The red might still be on.
Just wanted a little less pace there, Raymond, but still lots of distance between cue ball and object ball.
Looks like Raymond has this red to the bottom right. He has a choice of pink and blue from this one. He's going to play in between, probably pink to the top or blue to the center. And he's missed the red.
You're cursing them again. Welcome to the club, don't worry. I've done it numerous times.
And this is an awful feeling.
Don't worry. As players and as commentators, we have to have minds like goldfish. Forget that last call that you made. There's always another call on the horizon.
I think he's missed a very important opportunity there. He's already trailing by 19 points. And looks like CC, I was going to say should be able to take 3 reds, but he's going to have to come up with a shot here on the pink or the blue. Both are okay based on how he feels. The cue ball's close to the pink, so even with the rest, that's not a bad option. I personally would not play the blue even if it's not with the rest, but it's a personal preference. If the blue's on the spot, that makes it easier because you practice that a lot more. It just depends on how he feels in the moment. It's a shot that he can stun in for the red. Oh, he played it with an element of safety.
Yeah, as you said, they're not taking the big frame or the big breaks. They're just kind of little jabs here and there, and then electing to play safe. So, smart match play.
It's a really good strategy by CC. I think this is two frames each in the quarterfinal. I think already 19 leading by 19. He's making sure that even if Raymond gets a chance, he's making him work for it and not giving him anything easy. I think the red should naturally cannon the next red for the black. Unsure if he'll take it though, he might just play bottom and go into the balk. Well, it's going to be a safety from here. Based on the last 2 shots, I don't see him going for the color here.
So nice black ball by CC. TK, I believe the sponsors, Empire Billiards, has helped out with this event. There's been some debate of how you pronounce Strachan. Some people say Strahan. So are you baiting me there to mispronounce another word? I'm not too sure. But they've helped out with the cloth. And I'll have to get in touch with Mike to find out as well who has helped us out. We've got a great team behind the scenes. Lots of guests that have come into the commentating booth. Christian doing some great technical directing. Jamie Miller's done a fantastic job running the tournament. I'm pretty sure USSA. Gotta remind myself how many S's are in that organization. They've helped out as well. But we're always looking for great sponsorship. And with more sponsorship, gets a little bit more money, get a bigger purse, helps us bring more people to the room, and we can hire referees, scorekeepers, so we can really make a nice oiled machine. So, DK, if you'd like to be a sponsor, feel free to reach out to us.
Nice swerve shot there. It was a mild swerve, but still a good one. And he's managed to keep both red balls safe. And about the sponsors, I would go with Strawn.
I do some correspondence with the Snooker Scene podcast and Dave Hendon, and I'm going to write to him and ask him, just pronounce this word so we can all lay to rest. But is it a schedule kind of thing? Tomato?
No, I think it's the name, so it's going to be the preference of the company. I used to call it Strachan, but I think the way I grew up playing, I was told way back when that it's Strawn, and I've always done that. But it's like a thing where everyone pronounces it as Strachan or Strachan until they're told that it's actually Strawn.
Either way, it's beautiful cloth.
Yep, the best.
Oh, CC's frame ball there. He knows it. Still, it's an uphill battle here for Raymond if he wants to take the lead in this match. So CC in the driver's seat in this fifth frame, leading 41-75, 35 on the table, 44 in it. Or 34.
Looks like he has a slight angle. If he does, he can just go forward, but he elected to play safe. Might have left it, but even if he hasn't, it would be an easy escape for CC. This is a great opportunity to get back into the game. The difference is 34 with 35 points on. Raymond has to get a black to be able to win it here. He can take the pink and still tie and force the respotted black. Nicely on the black. And they're all there. If he makes the black and gets decent on the yellow, I think the main match will depend on how he gets onto the green. The rest are pretty much open. Ooh. That is a brutal miss. I think he thought about just hitting the black and giving up the frame there.
Now we're in the snooker's required stage. It's like CC has laid a great snooker there.
Good shot by CC. Relentless pressure. And I think that might be a foul.
Yeah, I think the blue was hit first. Sometimes that's a little tricky part when we don't have the referee. Gotta leave it up to the sportsmanship of the two players.
If the green goes, this is pretty much done. He still needs the brown to make it 4 snookers. I think these are the first signs that pressure, of the amount of pressure that you get in these quarterfinals. You would not expect him to miss the black the way that you did.
Yeah, good friend Dave Daly, who's sitting in the room, is calling that was a foul. The blue was hit where he's sitting in the room, so...
Yeah, and I think the way I saw it on the screen, it looked like a foul too. But I think what would happen is CC's already leading, needs snookers, and he probably didn't want to get into that. Not even a discussion, just wanted to just play on. And that's what happens when there are no referees. You've got to rely on what the shooter says.
Oh, those side pockets. So 32, and there's 22 on the table, 32 in it. That green going down. Oh, but he's left this brown off. It's a long pot.
This should be end of frame. I'm testing the curse here. CC should make it. There is no curse.
You've been redeemed. So CC with that brown takes the 5th frame, leads 3-2 in this best of 7. Winner moves on to the semifinals that will be played tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Loser, unfortunately, will have to go home. So we're going to stand by for a short break as they get the table ready for frame 6. And we're back here with an important frame 6. Definitely in the eyes of Raymond Fung, he needs this frame to continue his chances to be crowned U.S. national champion. But CC wants to stamp his way into the semifinals sooner than later. Interesting. It does look like he has a plant actually to the right of the bunch there. Those two reds are not welded together. But by my vantage point, it looks like there's a pathway into the top middle pocket. Maybe he'll save that for later. Good red there, right side of the blue. Prathamesh, how are you feeling here? So you're down 3-2. You're on the verge of being knocked out of the tournament. What's the game plan for Raymond here?
I think it's one of two. If I get a good opportunity, I'm feeling good about queuing, I would still be aggressive. But there are times when you're just not queuing well. And at that time, what I think is just stay in the game. Stay in the game long enough to push a decider. And it could mean that this could be too specific. But there are times when I'm not feeling it and I would just try to stay within 27 till the colors. As long as you're in the game, in the colors, I think once you get one opportunity, you can make it work. And the deciders are going to be a different game altogether. No matter how these players are feeling, if it goes to the decider, it's going to be a tight affair. Raymond's had a good start here, though. Do you think the black goes to the bottom right? It must go with the way he played it. This is one shot where we need a referee.
Definitely. We do have a few. Well, Mike Dominguez, who's owner-operator of Ox, he is in the audience. But he's been just doing many things, and I don't think the players know that to call him over or anything like that.
Looks like it doesn't go, or he just doesn't want to risk it. Excellent shot. The blue to the top pocket thing, especially with distance, just is a really good feel-good shot. It changes the way you feel. It gives you a lot of confidence in your queuing. Raymond's definitely going to be feeling good after this one.
I don't know if that was much of a curse there. That was a tough long red there, so I think you're out of the water there.
Yeah, that was a tough red, but I think what I meant with the blue is that's often a shot that changes the way your confidence goes in the match. It's you hit a good blue with distance, and I think you start feeling a lot better, especially in snooker. There are times when I'm queuing bad. I think if the blue doesn't go, you're not feeling good. But when you make those blues, it changes a lot with your confidence. And it's a shot that even professionals don't make 10 on 10. Not an easy safety here. CC might be going aggressive.
Yeah, he's really opened things up there.
This is an excellent chance for Raymond to actually take the frame. Another 20-odd break and I think he's going to be in the driver's seat. He's going to try to get the black here. Perfectly on the black. Does the red near the black spot cover the spot, you think?
It looks pretty close.
Yep, I think it covers it.
Yeah, I think that'll be coming up onto the pink spot, so...
I think he just needs to hold it together on this one. He's got everything in the open. Position on the colors is important. But in practice, he would definitely make 30 or 40 from here. So just needs to hold it together. which is easier said than done when you're down 3-2 in the quarterfinals of the US Nationals. This is an almost automatic shot, pink off the spot, but you know what the story with the center pockets has been. Should try to stun it further to the center pocket again.
Good shot there. Yes. Don't want to talk about those center pockets too much.
Yeah, I think Raymond's changed the way. In the first frame, he was trying to just roll them in, but since then he's been trying to play them firm, aim the right side of the pocket and just shoot it hard, which is probably a better way. You get more accuracy. Don't rely on the table or pocket speed. I think, in my opinion, that is the biggest difference when pool players transition to snooker.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the pool players, when they transition to snooker, I've heard them saying, "Yes, these difficult shots, I try to play it slow so that the pocket will accept them." Whereas if you look at the professionals, they play a lot more stun in snooker than they would than the professionals would play in pool. It's generally played much harder. Most shots are played much harder than they would in pool because they want to go for accuracy at distance, and the nap also makes the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Nice chance for CC here to pull some points back.
Seems like maybe something's going on with the scoreboard.
Yeah, the scoreboard is not what we're seeing on the screen. Our technical director is working hard to clear that up. It's a good cannon here. Yeah, he's okay on the pink. This break will test how CC is feeling. He's 37-0 down, everything in the open. And I think he pretty much has to go for it. Can't play with an element of safety here.
Nice shot there.
I think the pink should go to the black spot. I think Raymond's asking for help, rightfully so.
It's just getting CC to take a look at it.
I think it's just better to get a neutral person trying to place it, because when you try to place it, if it touches the black, then you really don't know what's going to happen. Or even get the ball marker to see if the pink can go in.
I think actually the iPad scoring app has gone a little glitchy in the room. I believe we had the correct score. Because we thought it was a bit funny there that there was only a 20-0 advantage there, as you can see on the board there.
37, CC 1.
So technology can be great, but it also can be a cursing.
Yeah, but the good thing is for our viewers that the score has been correct.
Correct. So, and there's Mike coming in, doing a great job spotting that ball.
Looks like the ping still goes to the corner pocket. He could push the black out just a little bit to make sure both colors go after this.
Mm-hmm.
He'd ideally want to make the pink, get the black out, and then try to make the black off the next one so he has more options to finish this break off. Pushed it out slightly, but I don't think it's helped.
Yeah, I think this red is going to take him back up to the bulk side.
Yes, that would be the right shot to play. Go near the blue maybe. Even if you don't get ideal position, you can always play safe.
Yeah, it's just some technical glitches. I'm not sure there might have been some excitement in there. Maybe someone's trying to bang our technology back together. So now Mike Dominguez, our room owner, quick on his feet, coming to the rescue of all these tables that are having the little glitch with the iPads. And it's going to go back to the old-fashioned days. Analog.
It's not a good day for technology.
We're doing all right here in the booth.
Yeah, we're doing all right, but I think the Cloud Snooker app failed first, and now this.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is the first time they've used this kind of software for this championship. Yes, technical director is saying yes, it is. So we see there's some hiccups that can happen. But fortunate for all you viewers at home, that is the correct score on the board.
Good shot by CC. He's nicely on the brown or green. I think it's gonna be the brown, although he can prove me wrong again.
Yeah, I see going for that red just to the right of the black. Does that go into the top right corner?
Oh, is he on the red? I thought he was on a color, but that's my mistake.
It's all right. There's been a lot of shucking and jiving going along.
Nice safety here. I don't think there's an easy safety out here. He's gonna try to thin this, but will be close to the bottom right.
Oh, is this
It's a
brown
good
gonna help
roll.
him? That other red might have helped him. That's a very, very long plant. I don't like that at all.
Yeah, that plant is very difficult if the red is not directly on. But he's got down really fast on this one, which tells me he could have the red near the pocket. Nice shot by Raymond. I think he's just going to try to make the pink and take the difficult red.
Yeah, how many more twists and turns do we have in this sixth frame? An important one for Raymond. He wants to push it to a decider. He has won this championship before. CC hasn't, and this would be a good win for him, because there's not really how the draw is right now. There's no easy opponent as we're getting into the latter stages of the tournament.
CC is keeping it really tight. Doesn't want to make it easy for Raymond to get back into the match. This looks close. It's there.
Great shot to nothing there.
I think Raymond leading by 21. I think this has got to be a safety. Probably a roll up to the green.
He's having a good hard look at that pink. This is tempting. Just waiting for the adjacent table. Arif Mahmoud taking a shot.
If the pink is on, he might go for it, but I don't think he'll go for the box colors. Looks like it is on. Close to the side pocket.
Making use of those tough side pockets to kick the white out.
I think this is the first time I said side pockets. Converted to pool again. Raymond's got a good lead built up now.
Where's this red going? Wasn't planning on that.
I think you should just leave it on the blue. That might be a really good safety. Just leave it right on the blue, make it really hard to cue. If he just drops it on the blue, he will only leave one red, which is the red towards the left side of the table. Looks like that's what it's going for. Yep, excellent shot.
Yeah, those are a little nervy. Definitely deep in a match. So tough queuing all over this blue here. Well, Raymond was able to hit it cleanly. Unfortunately, he's left a red on to the top right corner pocket. Let's see what CC can do.
That one's gonna hurt. Did not expect CC to miss that one. But on the positive side, he's not left anything. So he's still gonna get more chances. Actually might have been a good double kiss because the ball was going near the bottom right pocket.
He's quite proficient in these doubles. But just gonna make sure everything is safe. Acknowledged by a tap on the table by Raymond. Good response there by Raymond. This looks nice for CC. So close to perfection. But this brown is a little bit of a pain here for Raymond. Slowly they're knocking balls safe.
Raymond still, I think, is comfortable on this frame.
True, 26 in and 51 on. Some green and blue are really safe up there on the bulk cushion. Agreed, Darren on the stream, that brown is a big target to get behind. And has Raymond done it here?
Yeah, he's going to be super close, if not there. Yep, I think he's got him. He might have a swerve shot, but he's going to be flirting with the pink. Always the right thing to do in these situations when you don't have a referee. Just ask your opponent to see the shot and check how much they can see. In the event that he does make the foul, there's no confusion and always an agreement within the players. And this should be the match here. Not the match, the frame. I think he has a comfortable red. Go back to balk.
Yeah, even if he doesn't make the red, as you said, he'll be safely up in bulk.
Gotta be a safety off the last color here. Not ideal for any safety. Could decide to just roll the blue in, although unlikely. I think he's going to roll up to the yellow. Very nice shot. Another one of those touchy shots.
Mm-hmm.
It needs a lot of good control. And I think you can err on the side of never being short. It's okay if you miss the snooker, but you can't be short in this situation.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big miss. $32 points the difference, and CC will have 2 more attempts. Oh, CC seems like he's just misjudged this one twice.
Yeah, usually one attempt you're off and you make the right adjustments, but even on that second attempt, it's uncharacteristically off for CC.
I think it's important, even if he misses this one, that he doesn't leave the red on. He'll still be in the frame. Mm-hmm. But if he leaves the red on, Raymond only needs the red to leave CC needing snookers. He's going a different route here. Pink or black? He hit it perfectly. I think he didn't go this route because it had a danger of hitting the pink or the black. But he had a lot of precision on this one.
But Raymond definitely in the driver's seat.
Only needs the red. If this one goes to the center, I think he should be able to make this. And that's the frame. I think we're going to go to a decider here.
I think this black will assure it just how the table is looking. I think CC will just lick his wounds and push us into a gripping decider in this quarterfinal match.
Nice shot. I think you can just roll this to the pocket. Hit a safety. CC's looking at the scores.
I guess there's that element of free ball with the final red on the table.
Yeah, so he needs 3 snookers. I think yes, with the free ball he has an opportunity. But again, this is again low percentage. It's going to be rare that CC gets back into this frame. But I think in snooker you always try when you have 3 or less snookers. Above 3 is a little ambitious, especially at this level.
Oh, okay, so he
That's
concedes
gonna do
there.
it.
Yeah, there was a big target area, obviously, there with the green and brown, but CC concedes that frame, and it's going to push us to a decider, so don't touch that dial, don't touch that stream button. We're going to be right back with a deciding frame of this great quarterfinal matchup between CC Yoo and Raymond Fung. Back in a moment, folks. All right, handshakes are had, and we're ready for a decider here. Here we go. I think just any player here is just looking for a potential chance. Good to know on the technical front. Looks like our iPad scoring system is back up and running. That's good. Not too sure if the Cloud Snooker site is back up, where it has all live scoring. But David Burney is here with you for this deciding frame in a quarterfinal. Winner moves on to Championship Monday tomorrow. Loser, unfortunately, has to say good night, goodbye. We'll see you again next year. Yeah, I don't think you're going to see the fluency that we saw in frame 1 and 2. These guys are tightening up. Going to take every shot with care. Hey Graham, thanks for tuning in. Watching from Langley, BC. Good to hear a fellow Canuck streaming in. I make my residence in Vancouver, so Graham, we're pretty much neighbors up there, back in beautiful British Columbia. Hope you're enjoying all this great action of the 2022 United States National Snooker Championship live at Ox Billiards in Seattle, Washington. Oh, a few mistakes here by Raymond, but he's not getting punished too much. That might be a touching ball there. And now it looks like there's a little bit of a gap, obviously with no referee. This is an interesting cue. Very unorthodox. Never seen that before, but effective. Be able to just clip out this red at the bottom of the bunch. It's shot to nothing here.
Yeah, it's important he gets to the right side of the table, near the green, to make it difficult. It's always better when you make the red, though.
True, true. Good morning to our good friend Snooker 155, all the way out there in Deutschland, Germany. You tuned at the right time. As you can see, the scoreline 3-3. It's a decider in this quarterfinal match between CC Yoo and Raymond Fung. CC Yoo, a local player, so he's definitely got the room on his side, but there's a lot of support for Raymond on the stream. Very nice shot into that side pocket. Does he come up enough? I think he's coming up enough for the blue.
Just enough, I think, on the right side of the blue, too. He should be fine.
And I think he's just sizing it up for that red just to the right of the black.
It will be interesting to see how he plays the blue, though. Does he want to take that sort of an angle where he opens the black, or the other side where he comes back for the blue? Looks like it's the former.
Yeah, and first glance looks like that angle. You are correct there, Prathrich.
Should be a drawback for the brown.
I think that red does go by the green into the green pocket.
Yep, confirmed by Raymond. No pressure on this red. I think the only one he can leave is the same one. He's probably going to play for the blue or the brown.
Ouch.
And I think that's one of the worst places that he could have landed on. The only good thing would be if he has the pink, which is unlikely, and I think he might have to go play a safety here behind the brown. Oh, this is what we spoke of.
The nerves, the edginess of a decider can force you to do uncharacteristic things.
I think it's important in these shots. There's most of the times you employ a different kind of a technique. When you're rolling it up to the color or any ball, basically, the norm is to shorten your bridge hand. to make that easier, make it extremely compact, keep it very short. But in the pressure of a decider, I think it can get very difficult. I think the good thing was that he did not lay a snooker on himself. But this is definitely a sign that Raymond's feeling the pressure.
True, you can just notice a little bit of extra perspiration on both players, sweating it out. It's rather comfortable here in Ox Billiards, but the pressure of this decider getting to both players.
Another nice starter for Raymond. Position on the next color is important. Should be a stun across for the green. If he goes too much, he could play the yellow. Pressure of a decider.
Thanks for the kind words, Mike Collier. Giving big congratulations to Ox Billiards. Yes, they've done a fantastic job of hosting us here. Mike and crew, Christian Youngers and Jamie Miller, all done a fantastic job making everyone feel at home, providing some exceptional conditions. These tables are top-notch.
I can vouch for them. I play on these tables every week as a member of Ox Billiards, and I don't think I've ever played on better tables.
Yeah, I'm going to be kind of worried about you guys when you come up to Vancouver and play in some of our tournaments up there. And I know Mike and I have been discussing a border battle, so we'll have to see who's going to take the honors of hosting it first. Shall us Canadians come down here, or are you Americans going to come up to see us? We'll see. Time will tell.
Anything that doesn't have a citizenship restriction, and I'm in.
It depends on how you play, and we'll judge it after that.
But I don't make any breaks over 8. Only one color at a time.
All right, you and I can't play because my high run is -12.
I don't know about you, but I think from the first few shots in this frame, I feel like CC is more comfortable than Raymond. It's still going to be tough because I think the colors are not in a good spot. But if there is an opportunity, I think CC is more likely to take it, just from the way the demeanor is, the way the shots are being played. Raymond looks to be feeling more under pressure to me. But in the decider, you can never know. I think the important part is, as long as the player is within those 27 points on the colors, it's anybody's game, because both of these guys have the ability to clear up, especially even under pressure. If they get a chance on the yellow, they can clear up the colors for sure.
And I think that's what you're waiting for. I know that a lot of time on the pro circuit, when it hits a decider, one player's just looking for a chance, and they can easily rack up a frame-winning clearance of 70 points just like that. But more in the amateur game, you're quite correct that they'll tiptoe back and forth, and as long as we get down to the colors and get a chance there, that's really when you can shine.
And you can see it right now, the safeties have also gotten a lot more conservative. Has he found a plant here? Or should I be saying combination?
Oh, a straight red. No, it's all right, Prathmesh, to call them plants. Just maybe with our American audience predominantly, we can expand a little bit when we say plants. They might be wondering if we've got a garden hoe in the broadcast booth, but we just have to let them know that a plant is snooker terminology for a combination shot.
Yeah, I think after having spent the last 2 years in America, my terminologies are all mixed up. There are times when I'd use the same thing for a pool terminology or a snooker. I think the one that I still can't get rid of. I mean, I pretty much talk most of the pool terminology in America, except for scratch. I mean, I can't seem to be able to get to say scratch. I still say in off, even when I'm playing pool. That was a bad miss.
Sure, he's left this thread on into the yellow pocket. Well, just wait till you come to Canada and you'll hear some funny terms.
Tell me one of those funny terms. Is there a Canadian specific term?
No, not really. I think most of the time we kind of mix back and forth. I know at times we're trying to attract new people into the game of snooker, and they do, like the Americans, have more aware of pool, so we have to kind of do that learning curve of, I'll be saying that's a nice double and people will be wondering what's going on, and of course we know that as a bank shot, obviously, in pool. So I don't think there's any cliche or one-off Canadian terminologies in the game of snooker.
Okay, so it's still more the snooker versus the pool terms.
Yeah. Like if we go over to the UK and we talk about a bank shot, they'll probably go, we know where these guys are from.
Nice shot on the brown there. I think he's landed well on the red too. Nothing easy in this break until he gets top table. So this is going to be a stop shot for the green. He could take it back a little bit and try to play the brown too. Played an even better shot. Stunned it across for the green in the center. The natural angle is going to take him towards the bunch. So probably a follow shot. But I can't figure out if there's any red that goes.
No, and just had an eye at those two reds nestled together down by the pink, and the plant isn't there. If he comes far enough, maybe that red by the yellow pocket.
I think he's done the right thing though. Just making the 3 points is important. I think any lead he racks up, it's going to just build more pressure on Raymond being the decider.
Risky pot there.
Good chance for CC to increase his lead. And this is a stage where you don't absolutely need big breaks. One or two colors and the pressure will just rack up. Important that he gets well on the black here. Looks pacey.
Just gripped a little tight on his cue. The adrenaline is pumping.
This is one of CC's specialties though. I think he will go for the green. He plays this shot really well. I am surprised. I mean, I'm surprised he played it this way. Most of the times he plays this really well with follow, getting back to top table near the black. But I think because of the decider, he decided to go a little conservative.
Surprised Raymond went for the pot there. There's a good wall with the yellow and blue.
I think what he was trying to do was roll up behind the brown, but the red hit the brown and went near the pocket.
Both players are really going for it here. Kind of trying to live by the sword, die by the sword kind of mentality. It's, this is a chance, I think, for Raymond to flick out those reds and possibly come up again behind that blue and yellow.
Yeah, I think don't think he's playing that shot though. I'm surprised. Or maybe he might be doing the same thing two cushion. And it's not worked out. I think you had the right shot there, flicking thin off the two reds on the right side of the pink. It was a safer option.
Hold on, let me just get my wallet out. I gotta give you some money for that wonderful compliment. Thank you very much, sir.
CC just can't buy a roll right now. This is a crucial shot.
Ooh, I almost thought he feathered into the cue where he popped up and just kind of slammed his cue down on the table, but just frustrated with that red being an annoyance.
I think this is a good decision. He's got a lead of 13. Going for the black would be like putting all his eggs in one basket.
I agree. He's smelling the victory right there, but just doesn't want to force anything careless. So, just as they say, take your medicine. You'll have another chance.
Excellent shot by Raymond. Just rolled a little far, and I think you can see the red.
I see Manhattan, you tuned in at a great time. This is a nail-biting decider in a quarterfinal match between CC Yoo and Raymond Fung. This is where we stop tonight. The semis will be tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, followed by at 3 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time will be the finals. Semis are a best of 7, and the finals will be a best of 9. CC almost got a roll there.
I think he's still got a roll because he's not left anything easy for Raymond, and there's a red on the pocket.
So it needs a really good safe shot here.
Now he's going to go for this one in the center. He might try to brush the other red too, but looks like he's playing follow. It might be a two-way shot, or could just try to roll it in for the green, which would be a risky shot. Let's see how he plays this one. Oh, tried to play a two-way shot.
Got the red in the middle though.
That's a good result for Raymond. I think now he can play safe, now that he's not on one. But before this, he was going to leave the red on had he not got it. Again, looks like he's going for the pink in the center. Nice shot on the pink, and he's got a really unlucky cannon on the yellow. I think anywhere else on the table he'd be a favorite to make the red, but with the brown hampering the queuing, it's going to be a more difficult red. The good part is he can play it slow to just help it in. He'll still be on the green. This is more than 12 feet across the table. Very good shot
there. Yeah. He's got a good angle to draw it back and be on that red by the black.
Raymond's played a couple of really good shots under pressure. The first red to the center, the second red, extremely difficult. Now he's in a good position. Getting to the next red is not going to be easy. He might decide to cannon it here, but I think he's made the right choice. So from here, it's a safety all day, every day. If he's feeling good about it, if there's any space between the brown and the cushion, I don't think there is. He's going to roll up to it for a snooker. I still think if he wants to roll it up, blue is a better shot, but I think under pressure, just getting the snooker might be the prudent thing.
Yeah, Raymond was just a little pacey on that roll up to the brown, but
Looks like it's got the reward though. He's got the red now. Unless he can play on a high value color, which is probably the blue, there's not a lot of value on going offensive. He might go for a safety if he doesn't get a high value color here. Now, safety is not easy.
Now we're down to the colors. There's 1 point in it, 27 on the table. How's your nerves, everybody?
I think not playing the brown might be better, but he could roll the brown and then play safe on the yellow. That's what he's done. The last 3 or 4 shots from Raymond have been really good under pressure. Not the best of safeties, but he's got a decent cue ball. The downside is that CC just has to make it. He should be natural on the green. Decided to play safe, and he's definitely short on the safety. It's all coming down to who handles the pressure better from here. Both have played really well in patches throughout the match, and I think it's all going to come down to how they hold on to their nerves.
Yes, both players should take a bow for their play in this great quarterfinal match. But unfortunately, there can only be one winner.
This looks good. He might have a swerve shot on, but it's not easy. And if he goes 2 cushions from the left side of the table, he's going to be flirting with leaving a free ball if he misses. He might decide to play it slow just to avoid the free ball. That's 5 points. And not a free ball. You definitely put it back.
Is that what you're playing there, putting back? It looked like that, the yellow's on.
Yeah, but I think under pressure that would not have been easy. I think if this was any other time, not the quarterfinals and the decider, they would try to go for it. But it's a difficult snooker here. He's going to let CC try to take the match away from him. And that's what happens in like under pressure when you know your opponent's not playing well. If you don't have a very high percentage shot, it's sometimes okay to let this go. If you're feeling good about your queuing, yes, you can go for the yellow, but that's not a super high percentage shot with the way they're playing right now. This time it's likely going to be a free ball.
But he's putting him back.
I think that's a mistake. Because he could have laid another snooker which could have gone 3 times again, playing off of the black.
CC's just going to make those fine adjustments. Ow.
Oh, he's gonna get another chance. Yeah, this should be a free ball again. So the lead is 15.
Yeah. 37-22. But is there another twist in this final frame?
Is this a free ball or not called yet? Oh, not a free ball.
Great.
CC's in a tough spot here.
Yeah, it was a great shot there by Raymond. Tough to judge this the right amount of siding.
Raymond needs up to the brown to leave CC needing snookers. And that is an excellent shot. This could be the match. Can't see the angle on the green. He might decide to just cannon the blue and take the brown in the center. Played the opposite center.
Yeah, big shot here. Little stun into the side. He'll be onto the blue if it drops.
Frame and match ball.
Oh,
The center pockets again.
yes. 22 in it, 22 on the table. Big breaths needed by all. Great shot there by CC.
Really good escape here by Raymond. He hit the right side of the brown for separation. It's still only a question of the brown ball. Even if CC gets the brown, I think all the other colors are there. This is going close to the pocket.
Yeah, and he's not going to get the cover from the black. A lot of real estate that he's got to get through, though, Raymond. Definitely not tricky when you're in a deciding frame.
This will test his queuing.
Wow, great shot there. Applause from the crowd. So, snookers are required now.
That's the dagger. Using all his experience here. No messing around. Just dropping it close to the pocket, making it extremely difficult for CC to get a snooker.
Good shot there by CC. Just sometimes some patience, wait for your opportunity. Could present itself. The pink's not in a bad spot for a snooker.
It might be worth just... This is 24, right? Might be just worth potting the blue and then taking a snooker on the pink. He'll only need one to tie instead of the two he needs right now.
Well, there's that chance. Maybe this blue.
I think he'll try getting behind the pink on this one. It's a pretty good chance. Just hit it straight and pull it back behind the pink. Not the right pace.
Yeah, just didn't get into it enough.
This is one of those situations, if he gets a good snooker where the object ball, which is the blue, is close to the pink or the black, then he has a good chance of getting a 6 or a 7 point snooker. But I would not expect it to go CC's way. It's two snookers at this level. It would be pretty rare or not as probable for CC to get back.
Yes, just with Raymond's ability, when you need to, you almost have to lay 4 or 5.
Exactly. This could be it. Raymond will probably slow roll this just to avoid flirting with the center pocket. Yep. Yeah, I think this is a good decision by CC. He realizes that I think giving 4 snookers and hoping that Raymond doesn't get out of any, or at least 50% of those, is a tough proposition. And he's just hoping that he lays a good snooker on the pink. If he gets a chance, he can tie it and then force the respotted black. He's got a good option here to thin it off and get behind the black, but the pink goes near the pocket. So he's got to be very precise with this one. He could hit it thicker and get the pink away from the pocket a little bit, but he's going to leave something to Raymond if he doesn't get the snooker. This looks good.
Gotta go. Another chance for Raymond. Let's take this match. Punch his card into the semifinal. Tension here on Sunday night here at Ox.
He can go 2 ways here. I think he can thin the pink and then roll it up to the bottom cushion, get the cue ball behind the black, or he could play the up and down. I think the up and down, playing the pink near the black spot, is also another shot, but none of them guarantee a snooker. He's just going to make sure that the balls are safe and wait for a better chance and hope for a snooker. He's gone for the up and down, but that's not even close to the black spot.
Cue ball's on the cushion, so a little bit of trouble here. But
had the right idea there, but he hit it too thin. The important thing is the pink is safe, so he should get another opportunity. I think he shouldn't play an up and down here and leave the pink near the balk. So on the next shot, Raymond leaves the pink near the back. Yep, I think this is a good option. Pretty close to a snooker. Just didn't get there. although extremely difficult, this is the best chance CC's had for a snooker on the pink and the black.
Just didn't want to hit that horn.
Raymond being relentless here, keeping the pressure on, pushing the pink near the pocket, making it extremely difficult for CC to get a snooker. There is a shot here where he could just play the pink, play off the face of the pink, two cushion near the black, but it's very risky because the pink will go near the yellow pocket. He might just go for a safety and not try the snooker.
That's got to run. Still.
This could be the match.
Long pot here. Keep your nerves at bay.
I think Raymond's a favorite to make this one.
There it is. Frozen. Solid. What an epic match there. And it's just the quarterfinals. Prathamesh, thank you very much for joining me in the booth tonight. I hope you enjoyed it just as much as everybody else did on the stream.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much. We're glad that all of you tuned in. Tune in tomorrow, Championship Monday, here at the United States National Snooker Championship of 2022. Tomorrow we will see the elusive Tom Collins Trophy. It's David Burney saying good night from Ox Billiards in Seattle, Washington. Take care, everybody, and we'll see you tomorrow.